A code is nothing but a way of getting things done in the best possible manner. Electrical code, plumbing code, fire codes is to accomplish a task in the best possible manner. In the military, they have what you might call a Marine code, where you go about doing things, and they have maybe made tests on it to find out that if they do things in a certain structured manner, they get a certain result that makes the Marine operations, the military operations, more effective, and you can predict what the effectiveness will be. And it's the same with any work that people do that is efficient. Once you lock on to whatever it is that gets the task done in the best possible manner, then you do it always the same way every time, each and every time. Why? Because you have found from trial and error that you get the best results from doing it this particular way. And then you can say that you now have a code. Mm-hmm. Why? Because when you do it this particular way, whether it's a plumbing code or you're building a birdhouse, you go about doing it a particular way, and you say, well, every time I build a birdhouse this way, it turns out to be an excellent birdhouse. I've tried several ways of doing it, several ways of even installing the birdhouse in a tree. And I found out that if I install it in a particular way, that it turns out to be a successful birdhouse, for the birds. And if I did it some other way, well, it didn't work out too well. It fell off the limb or something like that. And so whatever the problems might be, you iron out all of the possible problems. That's what codification is. You eliminate. You try to foresee what the possible problems might be. And you have to find this out by trial and error. And then you say, well, now I finally got this thing up to the code standards. So I know when I do it this way, it will work. There won't be any doubt about it working because it always works. And that's what everybody should have, a code of thought, speech, and action. Of course, you always start off by thinking what? Thinking of how to make a code, okay? What's the best way? So you go about with that purpose in mind. That's your first thought. I need a code for when I go and make a presentation, maybe. If you're a speech maker or something, say, I need a certain way of going about doing it that would have the best effect. I'm going to a business meeting, and I want to have the best effect of anybody at that meeting. So I'm going to set up a way of saying what I have to say in a way that people will see that what I am saying will make the business operation much better than it has been before. And so that in order to do that, you have to think about it, how you're going to go about doing it. Then you will make up some paperwork and whatnot and practice making your presentation, I guess, and then you actually make it. And if it doesn't work out too well the first time, you make some adjustments and all like that. And so when you have your second meeting, then you find out that it worked out very well, or maybe the third meeting, and you say, well, now I'm going to stick to this. I'm going to stick to this pattern of making my presentation for how to this housing project that we're going to start. And I'm going to codify it in such a manner that everybody will know exactly how to go about doing this in the best possible manner, because every time we have done it this way, it's turned out to be a successful operation. The first time we did it, it didn't work out too well. The second time, well, there was a little bit of improvement. Maybe the third or fourth only when you got to it the fifth time that you say, now, we pretty well got this thing codified. I mean, and any time we lay out, we're going to build maybe 30 or 40 houses at once, we're going to do it this way every time, because every time we do it this way, we don't have any problems at all. So this is our codified way of putting up these structures. And everywhere we go, we're going to do it the same way, right down to the letter. Why? Because it works best when we do it this way. Now you have a code. And so each and every person should have a code about how you go about doing everything that you do in every area of activity. Economics. Economics is about what? Given definitions, a compensatory definition, how you use your time and energy. You should codify how you use your time and how you use your energy when you have some time and energy that you have some options for. And then education. Codify the way that you go about learning things. I will do this and I will do that. I'll go here. I'll go there. I'll pick out the people that you contact in order to learn the things that you think you need to know about what it is you're trying to do. All right? And that's a code. Just might have a list of phone numbers of people in the business that you're in, or the business you want to go in, or the business that you're already in, or the employment that you're already associated with. If you're employed by someone else, have codified contacts where you can get the best information. And set that up so that you'll say, hey, I can go to this person or that person and get the best possible information about what I want to know in order to do the things that I have set out to do. And so you codify that. Economics, education, and the way that you entertain yourself, the third area of activity.